Yeah, y'all thought Tom was going to be here on time with y'all's little Todd Derby fan club.
I'm right here, buddy.
Yeah, no, y'all saw him sitting down literally at the last second. Y'all saw that.
Good morning, traders. Welcome to StockCast. I had to answer the doorbell. my name's Todd Derby, and along with my co-host James Mason. And today is Friday the 13th. Woo! No doubt we're going to tell you to be careful. Watch those trades. Be exciting. James, what do you have to say today? What's going on in the market?
All right, so far, Dow futures are currently up 69 points. S&P is up 4 3/4 points. And, man, I'll be honest, like, I don't really like Fridays. Fridays become freaking choppy, but, I mean, the futures are kind of pointing towards, the market overall just being bullish today. But, man, I'm just always so skeptical with this market right now that it's going to come out bullish and then just tank, or vice versa. So,
well, it showed some signs last week of some weakness, but then that infrastructure bill getting passed in the Senate clearly made a difference. I think what's the next step is, what's the House going to do? Are they going to even deal with it? Are they going to ignore it? Or was just passing the bill in the Senate just a little bit of fluff that helps us out?
I mean, if we go off of their past, we'll probably kick this can down the road for the next 3 years and then come up with a diluted version of it. They'll come up with a diluted version of it, pat themselves on the back that they saved everybody after the country's already in a depression, and, they'll walk away happy and
reelected.
Yeah, reelected, and we'll just whatever we're doing in our lives.
Exactly.
All right.
So, comments?
Yeah, let's get to the comments. I'll let you go through the comments, and I'll just kind of talk about. Actually, let's talk about ticker PHUN. So, if you were following it, I've been holding this one for a while. My main reason why I've been holding this one is their coin that they're trying to get onto the market. But, man, they got the crap beat out of them in their earnings. Let me share my screen really quick. All right. So, I've been holding 1,500 shares in Funware, and, man, I didn't even listen to their conference call yesterday because, again, I was holding 1,500 shares, and honestly, I really wasn't too worried about it until I literally started seeing posts coming through talking about it, and I was like, you know what? Let me take a look at this. And, man, they were getting just hammered with their earnings. So I'll have to do some due diligence to kind of see what they said that shook everybody. But, man,
it turned out to not be a very fun trade.
Heck no. That's why I'm glad I haven't really messed with it too much. I kept that smaller position just because I do want to stay in this trade for whenever they get caught up with all their stuff. Even from the beginning, they were about a month behind on releasing their catalyst. They laid out this little flow chart for their anticipated timeline for catalysts, and they were already a month behind. So they need to obviously unscrew themselves. But
that's a technical term.
Yeah, again, I got to dig into what they said that made them get just kicked in the face.
All right.
But this thing could definitely come down to 78 cents and test it. And at that point, I'll just have to reanalyze it. Now, my average is pretty crappy because, like I said, I made my entry a while back, and I've just been holding it, just waiting for them to release all the information on their coin, get their coin up and going on the market. And, man, they are just behind. And it's a little aggravating, but I'm not heavy on it. But other than that, let's talk about...
Well, let's talk about City Girl's comments. I do not secretly live in my basement, my parents' basement. I have not lived in my parents' house since I was 16, to be honest. And I am in the process of pumping out and cleaning. Karen is correct. We could go live stream down there and show me cutting up carpet and carrying out padding and soap padding, and it's a mess down there. So I appreciate the comments, though.
All right. Now, back to what you guys are all here for, to hear me talk about stocks. All right, so let's talk about Boxlight really quick. Ticker BOXL.
Boxlight. Doing well.
So you can obviously see that we're having a strong pre-market push. If you can actually see this little dashed line right here. Currently going for 251 here pre-market. So 30% gap up thus far. Now, if you look at their news, their filings, I mean, that's really the only reason why it's making that push. I mean, it's not like they released the catalyst or anything. So I fully expect this to get shorted down today. And it's just that same setup, guys. You know, when something's downtrending this hard for that long, and then it gaps up significantly, all these people are just going to be begging to get out. So while it will gap up, these people will start to break even. They'll start to sell off. The bears will come in and help convince them to sell off, and that's what will happen. So it usually gaps up on the daily chart, and then it'll print a red candle going down. But last update for short interest on Boxlight, it had 4.2 million shares being short, 8.5% of the float, 1.2 days to cover. Shares outstanding, 56.8 million. The float, 49.6 million. So I do like the share structure overall. It's held by institutions at 11%. Insiders are at 21%, but I really don't care too much about what the insiders are holding.
The short locate fees are dirt cheap. I mean, almost free. Which makes me do a scratch my head too. Like, makes me wonder what the real agenda might be.
Yeah, that's interesting because I don't know. Remember that day last year? It was about this time last year.
Yeah.
When I called out SPI, but I knew to call that one out long because when we got on center point, there were no shares available to short, and this was like in the very beginning of pre-market. So this is actually the opposite of that. Do you remember that?
I do remember that. So there's one of two things that are going to happen. It's either going to get dumped on, or they want a bunch of us to run in and short it, and then they want to run it. They want to try to rig it so that it will squeeze.
Like for me on that one, if it have had like some kind of like catalyst come out, that's what I kind of expect. But I mean, they just released filings. That was it. So that's why I just kind of have a hard time seeing this actually run. You know, there's not any true catalyst that is released on it today. Anyways, guys, I mean, Boxlight's either going to go up or down. I'm just saying. You'll look back at this later on, and you'll be like, man, James was right.
That is a fact. And I'll tell you from one of my very first times of live streaming with James, we were looking at Facebook, and he just said, "Listen, I'm just going to tell you right now, Facebook's either going to go up or down." And damn it, he was correct. So
Hey,
I'm just
so
proof is right there.
that's how I built my legacy. I mean, and I've been right. I mean, I've been right ever since.
Yeah.
No one can dispute that whatsoever.
All right, we're about 7.5 minutes from the start of the market. Any final comments? Anything you want to?
Pre-market is just kind of boring.
It is very boring today.
Yeah, and like your basement story kind of made the StockCast show kind of boring.
You're jealous. You're jealous that the fans, our members, they're resonating with a fat old man.
They're just nice to you, so they can keep you around as my co-host. Just to give me someone to talk to.
That is true. You need someone to kick. I'm like a can. You like to kick me down the road.
Oh man. So let's see. I mean, we're seeing a couple comments about SPRT. That was an alert a while back, but I mean, heck, that SPRT has just been running. Let's see what else we got in the comments. Oh, so NAOV. I sent out a tweet yesterday to warn you guys, hey, this is going to be shorted at that range. Now, yesterday, it literally went up there, got shorted, but today is actually what we'll need to look out for. We'll need to see if it's going to actually break above, and we'll actually have to move that range up. So we'll have to see if it actually breaks above that 3. We're just running up to 325. We need to see if it breaks its highs and then see what it can do. So for those who were in that tweet, you know why I tweeted that yesterday to avoid that. I'm pretty confident that they're out of it. So yeah, this one, I wouldn't hold it through the weekend. But if you want to make a day trade on it, I believe it could have some potential there. Just move the stop losses up. That's all I have to say. Again, I mean, I hate to be vague for people who don't know what I'm talking about, but for those who know what I'm talking about with that tweet, I'm pretty sure they're out of it because I haven't gotten any more info about them shorting it. So just keep that in the back of your mind, what's going on with this one, and man, be ready to take profits or to cut it for a smaller loss.
All right.
So yeah, that's all I have. Again, I mean, pre-market was boring today.
It's Friday the 13th. Friday the 13th. Will you believe in that or not? I think some people do believe in that, and it affects their trading or what they're going to do or what they're not going to do.
I mean, I'll be real. There are certain superstitions that I have that if there's some kind of abnormality that I experience in my life, I immediately know, don't trade. Just because, like, when the matrix messes up, when there's a glitch in the matrix, guys, like, don't trade. That's what I do. So other than that, that's all I have. Kind of boring pre-market. I have nothing else to say.
Hey, you're 3.5 minutes from the start of the market. Have a good day trading. Have a good weekend. And we'll see you all Monday morning.
All right, guys. Now that we got Todd gone, let's talk about the real stuff. All right, guys. So everyone, you have a great weekend. And we will catch y'all on Monday. Same time, same place. And do this all over again. So take care, trade safe, trade smart, and we will see y'all later.